Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story. We're out in Winnetka at Fuel Fed, and I'm here with Joe Borch. Joe, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And Joe is a concept car, in my opinion, kind of a legend. Some amazing things he's done with some of the cars that are concept cars, and today he's got a great car. Joe, I'm going to grab the camera. So what did you bring here today?
Well, today we have the 1955 Chrysler Ghia Falcon. It's designed by Virgil Exner. It's on a Chrysler 300 chassis, shortened of course, and it was typical for Chrysler to have their concept cars done by Ghia.
Okay.
And this car is considered to be Virgil Exner's greatest design, and many people agree with that. It's also the car that many people have said, had they manufactured it, put it into production, it would have seriously affected Corvette and Thunderbird of the day because, of course, it's a 1955.
Sure.
So it's called the 1955 Chrysler Ghia Falcon, designed by Virgil Exner Sr.
Well, step right alongside me. Let's take a look at the car. Come on back. Joe, right back here. We're going to talk right there. So, Joe, this is the beautiful front end of your car.
Right.
Obviously, the concept cars are one-offs. I mean, this is it.
Yeah, right. These were, would start on a blank piece of paper, and Virgil would draw it up, then they'd make it in clay, and then they'd take the chassis that they wanted to use. They'd cut the dimensions to the chassis to the size that they wanted it to be, and then they send everything over to Ghia in Italy, and Ghia would produce the car in metal and send it back here as a show car. What's interesting about this is that these cars, when they were bringing them in, the customs decided that they wanted to put a heavy duty on them, and Chrysler didn't want to pay that. So what they did was they made a deal with customs that if they sent the car back out of the country in, I believe, 18 months, that the car would not be charged duty. So all these Ghia cars were eventually sent out of the country. Some actually went to Hawaii, which wasn't a state at the time. And a lot went to South America, and some went back to Europe. This car went to South America, was down there, and was actually a driver. It's one of the highest mileage concept cars that exist. It has probably 17,000 miles. Most concept cars have anywhere from 50 to about 200 or 300. So it's a real driver. Of course, we drove it down here today. And one of the most interesting things I like about the car is the way he took the rear bumper and integrated it into the taillight. I mean, it's just amazing. All the styling cues on this car are amazing. And of course, the way he balanced them all out is very interesting.
That is amazing. I love the way the bumper here separates off the bumper here. Just spectacular.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have said that if they made this car again, it would have been very, very competitive. And why they didn't, nobody knows. But I've had people here today say that if they made this car today, it would look very contemporary.
When you drove this car here today, what's people's reactions?
Well, I mean, when you drive this car down the road, I mean, people stop, they turn around. People that you wouldn't expect to be looking at a car,
Yeah.
Some older women and things like that who don't look like they have any interest in cars will stop, turn around, and watch the car go by.
This is the kind of car that pulls that attention. Let's take a look at the interior, shall we?
Sure. You'll notice here that the door handle, if you push the button, the door handle pops out. And then inside, you'll see a very simple design, but really good taste. It has actually a glove box in between the two seats, kind of like a roll-top desk. It has the wooden steering wheel. And interestingly enough, the shift, of course, is in the center there, and there's no indicators, so you just have to know what gear you're shifting into. And it's an automatic transmission, and it's powered by a Chrysler 300 engine, so it has 300 horsepower.
300 horsepower.
Very, very nicely.
Yeah, 300 horsepower and 55 is spectacular.
Well, especially with a lightweight body and chassis relative to a full-size Chrysler 300 is probably 1,000 pounds less at least.
Is that a 10 or a 12?
That's just amazing. All right, let's get the pedals.
Yeah, and also
I noticed power windows too.
Yeah, it has power windows. And, you know, just things like the way he designed the interior door here. I mean, everything is done in really, really good taste, and the styling cues are just great. But one of the important things is how you mix these styling cues so that you get a total balance to the car, because you can have styling cues and it'll look like a Christmas tree because each one is individualized, but it doesn't blend with the others. On this car, everything just flows all together.
Joe, I can sense, I know you have several concept cars, but this car, obviously, you've got a lot of passion towards, no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, there's a passion for all the concept cars. That's what I do. This car by far is many people's favorites. There's others that are their favorites. Sometimes people surprise me with the ones that they pick out for their favorites. But this one has a universal effect on people. They just love it. And the color that Virgil Exner picked out for it is really startling. It's a great, great color.
Let's take a look under the hood, shall we?
Okay.
Wonderful.
That's your Chrysler 300 Hemi. As they say, they hopped it up at the factory with a cam and other little features to make it go kind of fast. And I understand they may have milled the heads and put in bigger valves. So it goes very respectably.
It's wonderful. Let me just get this side as well, because I see we've got Chrysler firepower on the valve cover, as you can see. You know, it has surprisingly nice room under the hood here too.
Yeah, it fits very nicely, and it's a good driver. It drives down the road very nicely.
Let's start her up. Let's get see it started, and I'll get a little exhaust now. We'll shut it down.
Yeah, no, right now I gotta let it cool off.
All right,
we just drove in.
No problem,
Great.
Joe. Wonderful car, fantastic. Joe, thanks so much for your time, and thanks for being on My Car Story.
It's been my pleasure, and I'm glad you were interested in it.
Thank you.
Thank you.